Hello, Gisters, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, where we break down stories making waves across the nation. Today, we are diving deep into the political drama unfolding within the Social Democratic Party, the SDP. For weeks, there has been a massive buzz about the new, mega party or coalition being formed by opposition figures to challenge the ruling party in 2027. The SDP just had an emergency national executive meeting, and what came out of it is a masterclass in political chess. They are publicly saying no to joining a coalition, but their body language and subtle words suggest the door isn't completely locked. It is a complex move, and we are going to break it all down. First, let us hear from the National Secretary himself as he lays out the party's official position. Then I'll give you my own critical take. Pay close attention to the choice of words. Take a watch.
To explain further to the House on this, to the sitting on this item, SDP position on coalition. We can all remember that recently there was this issue of coming together of major political stakeholders in the country and some political parties to form a coalition, which SDP was part of it in the initial stage. But later, the person that represented SDP in that coalition meeting explained to the coalition that SDP are still contesting the by-elections across about 12 states. And the party was not ready to lose our what? Identity. By so, the party decided to remain as SDP for the time being, until when we come here, sit down together and agree. Stakeholders were engaged later, and everybody agreed that the party should remain as an individual political party. That's SDP. SDP is not part of the coalition. We are waiting after the elections towards the end of the year. If the need arise, maybe there may be alliances to ensure that we succeed in the 2027 general elections. So I think, Mr. Chairman, the position of the party on the the position of the party is that SDP is open to infusion. SDP is open to collaborations to ensure that we win 2027 general elections. But SDP remain SDP. SDP remain SDP. SDP remain SDP. We are contesting in the 2027 general election with our presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate. Maybe in the course of the journey, political parties may form infusions to ensure that we win the 2027 general election.
All right, G-Stars, let's unpack that for 8 minutes. The National Secretary was very clear on a few things. He said the SDP initially engaged in the coalition talks but decided to pull back to, and I quote, preserve our identity. So they actually pulled out to preserve their identity. That's what he meant there. He emphasized that the party is still contesting by-elections across 12 states and doesn't want to lose its grassroots structure by being swallowed into a larger entity. The key takeaway here is the party's resolutions to remain SDP and to contest the 2027 general election with its own presidential candidates. It's a message of strength and independence to their base. But did you catch the nuance? He also said the SDP is open to infusion and collaborations for the greater good of Nigeria. That, my friends, is a political escape hatch. It's a classic no for now, but call us later. They are keeping their options open, likely waiting to see which political bloc gains the most momentum before they make a final commitment. But the story gets even juicier. The meeting wasn't just about coalition, it was about an internal power struggle. In this next clip, you hear from another party chieftain and then the newly appointed chairman who makes a stunning admission. Let's take a watch.
But for now, we are appealing and telling our teaming supporters and members
We remain.
across the country, from the state to the ward level to even the unit levels, that SDP remain SDP. Thank you very much. SDP is not part of the ADC that has been recently announced by the coalition group. Thank you very much. I spoken the mind of all the NEC members. Yes. Is that the position of all the delegates in this NEC meeting? Yes. Thank you very much.
If they so want to, because we are interested in what? Collaboration for the greater good of Nigerians. In the Social Democratic Party, there is nobody we prioritize like Nigerians. So therefore, we are open to contributions, to collaborations, as long as it is in the best interest and the progress of our dear nation. However, the SDP is still the SDP. So help us, God.
It is my great pleasure to have this nice time, particularly to say the 102 word based on the trust given to us by the members of the National Executive Committee of this party. Indeed, it is a great challenge, and we are ready for it. As you are aware, the party is in crisis. I believe we are going to do our best to see that we unite this party. All other actions instituted by the former NWC members of the two factions are hereby stepped aside. We are drawing a line. We are going to constitute a newly disciplinary committee and the reconciliation committee to look at the possible ways to reconcile the warring factions and to discipline the culprit. Indeed, I don't have much to say, rather than to thank all the National Executive Committee members for having trust, belief on us. Thank you very much. Committees are hereby what? Dissolved. And we are going to constitute the new standing committees. So no any committee in the SDP, pending when the NWC sit down and then set off another one. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Wow, did you all catch that? The new chairman, in his very first address, openly admits the party is in crisis and that there are two warring factions. This is massive. The first speech was all about projecting strength to the outside world, but this second part reveals the internal chaos they are desperately trying to fix. The dissolution of all standing committees is a classic power move. The new leadership is hitting the reset button. They are clearing the deck of old loyalists and structures to consolidate their own power and, at least on the surface, unify the party under a single vision. This emergency meeting was less about the coalition and more about a peaceful internal coup to resolve a leadership tussle. The first speech was press release. The second part was the real story. Okay, G-Stars, let's pull it all together. What is the grand strategy here? For the first few minutes, let me give you my critical take on this entire situation. What we are witnessing is a party, the SDP, trying to navigate a very tricky political landscape. They are caught between two realities. The first reality is that they are not strong enough as they are right now to single-handedly win the presidency in 2027. The second reality is that if they join a coalition too early, they risk losing their brand, their identity, and their negotiation power becomes just another small piece of big puzzle. So, what do? They play a two-level game. Level one is the external message. We are the SDP, we are strong. We are independent. We are not joining any coalition. This is for their members, for the media, and for other political parties. It's a show of confidence. They are essentially saying, we are not desperate. You cannot dictate terms to us. We have our own house and our own identity. This prevents them from being seen as a junior partner in any negotiation. They learned from the history of other parties that got absorbed and disappeared into larger alliances. Level 2 is the internal action and the subtle message. The new chairman's speech pulls back the curtain. The admission of a crisis and factions tell us that before they can even think of 2027, they need to perform major surgery on the party itself. Dissolving all committees is the first step of that surgery. They are trying to cut out the political cancer of factionalism so the party can heal and grow. The mention of being open to collaboration and infusion is their long-term strategy. They want to spend the next 2 years rebuilding their house, strengthening their structure, and then close to 2027, they can approach the negotiating table not as a desperate party looking for a home, but as a valuable bride with a significant dowry to offer. Their goal is to become a beautiful bride, not a side chick. They want other major political blocs to come to them and say, we need you, rather than them going to others and begging to be included. But this strategy is incredibly risky. The internal faction they just disempowered might not go quietly. Those leaders might feel sidelined and could either sabotage their party from within or simply defect with their followers to other political camps, weakening the SDP even further. The success of this entire plan hinges on one thing. Can this new leadership actually reconcile the warring factions and build a unified, formidable force? So, in essence, the SDP is telling Nigerians, we are not part of the mega party for now, but we are building our own mega force. And when the time is right, we will be ready to talk. So there you have it, Gisters. The SDP has hit the reset button on its leadership to fix a major internal crisis while simultaneously playing hard to get in the national coalition game. It's a bold, high-stakes strategy. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is this a smart move by the SDP, or are they just overplaying their hands? Can they truly resolve their internal crisis and merge as a powerful force in 2027? Drop your thoughts, your analysis, and your predictions in the comment section below. I read every single one. If you found this breakdown insightful, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends who love political gist, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an odd update. This is Oba from Oba's Trending Gist, signing out. See you in the next one.